There's this violence, this threat of violence, and that they want to make us aware, and then they're on top of it, and it's still okay to go to school.
Yeah, that is a localized mind control system. I remember in 1989, the federal government proposed by law that all radios and TVs have an emergency transponder in them that would have an emergency shortwave channel, FM and AM, even on TVs, where they would take over your radios and TVs and cable with government announcements. Now they're just getting ready to do that. I'll briefly talk about it when we get back. Stay there. We'll take a few more calls then. Huge news blitz, some video clips and some other things that are coming up. In fact, you guys have that clip where Clinton he's called the Prince of Peace. He's Jesus now. Did that upset the atheist? I mean, when you talk about Jesus, upsets him, unless it's Bill Clinton. It's all public. Most of it's not even classified. The feds can take over every radio, TV station, you name it now. The technology czar, the internet czar quit and said the NSA and Defense Department's taking over the entire web. They could have shut it down before. Now they're taking over the local hubs, admitting they're getting ready to end the web as we know it. And so, yes, the schools, as all part of this heightened fear, have shooting drills, takeover drills. The public schools are basically little mini prison camps. If you studied a Soviet re-education camp, they're more and more becoming very similar to those. Death education, zero tolerance, no dodgeball allowed, then no tag allowed, then no running allowed, then no shaking hands or high-fiving allowed. Literal prisons, more prisoner control than even, a medium prison. They can shake hands or high-five or have contact, in their 1 hour a day at a medium-grade prison. And so this is, if you're domesticating an animal, it's easier to get the puppy or the colt or the calf or the piglet and get it used to humans that way. That's the best way to do it, not to have to break an already free person. I'll never forget Handgun Control Incorporated bragging in the Austin American Statesman, an article I was in when I caught them engaged in some behavior. And they said, look, we've got your children. We're going to ban your guns. We've got the schools. And they laughed about it. See, they're going to wait. It's funny. We've given them our children. We've given them control. And they're just like, look, we're taking over. Time is on our side. It's like, time is on our side. Or is on my side. What's the Rolling Stones song? In fact, John, pull that up for folks. Maybe we'll pull it up on YouTube and come in with time is on our side. Well, if we start thinking that way, time is on our side. You see, and just get involved and realize we have power and can affect change. But, yeah, they just do that to make any incident, we're here protecting, we're locking things down, to introduce the idea of mass shootings and violence. And, every couple of weeks I see them arrest somebody for writing about violence in their English class. And it'll be, at first he wrote about the school and said, it was a story about hostage, people taking over, repeating some 24 episode. And then he wrote a story, another one about zombies at a fictitious school, but we're still arresting him, charging him as a terrorist. Actually saying, it was fiction, but he's arrested. And we commend his grandparents for turning him in. And the senior's like, God, I'm going to prison, huh? And the police are like, we don't care if it's, a fiction story. You're going to prison, boy! So, there's no free speech for young people. It's just the tyranny is so intense. Anything else there, Randy?
Well, I was talking to my children and told them this is just a test, and they're kind of preparing everyone and for everyone to become acclimated. But on a different subject, basically, when I tell people this, and I've been passing out your copies of your movies and information for almost a decade now, and so the bottom line is I notice even though people are waking up, there's a huge amount of people that when you say there are things wrong, something stinks in paradise, they agree. But then as soon as you start saying what it is that stinks, no, I can't go there. I don't want to believe that. They become disconnected immediately.
They think they choose it like, oh, I don't want a blue ball hat, I want a red baseball cap. They think I always hear that. I choose not to believe that. Oh, I choose not to believe that. What type of delusional Fruit Loop just says, I choose not to believe I'm on a 50-story skyscraper. I'm going to jump off. I'm choosing. You know, I mean, it's just, I mean, they're delusional idiots, man. There's a world government with eugenicists coming down on us, and I don't know what we're in there. Go ahead, sir.
Well, I've passed out tons of your materials over the years and will continue to do so, and I see some light at the end of the tunnel, but we're still in the tunnel. And so I wanted to make you aware of that, and also about the Proverbs, which is absolutely true. They hate Christ or the Lord, and they love death.
They do. They love death. I'm telling you, I've met a globalist who doesn't lick their lips and get excited about death. I mean, it's just, I mean, it's just so much fun to them. They're just, folks, either you get sucked into goodness or you get sucked into evil.
Choice.
And you're going to serve one of them. And, I mean, I appreciate your call, sir. Look, I know we got a lot of other callers from Randy in Texas, Corey in Denver, Mike in Wyoming, and then I'm going to take those 3 calls, but I got to cover the news as promised first when we get back, and I will do that in great detail on the other side of this quick break. I'm Alex Jones. Oh, and somebody called, it's Peter Dale Scott's the professor that's talked about how the establishment controlled the right-wing movement as well through the Hunt brothers and the Council on National Policy. Definitely New World Order all the way, absolutely. But there's some people that obsess and say it's the key to everything. It's minor. Listen to that. You always say you want to be free. In fact, pull up the next one. Pull up under my thumb. Let's do a little bit of that. That's how the New World Order sees us. And they have all these little tricks. Left wing, right wing, this group, that group. They always want us fighting amongst groups, even in the Patriot movement. It's this group, it's that group. No, it's all the groups, folks. They control the big, dominant movements. What they hate is people that say, come together against the New World Order, nationalism, decentralization, lower taxes, less globalism. Anybody that's trying to make it about left-wing or right-wing is trying to put you back in the paradigm. That's all the system ever does, is try to get fights going on. But I've got a couple video clips that are part of the news. I forgot to talk to you guys during the break. I was busy talking to Mike about some other issues. John sent you the clips I sent him. There's one where Bill Clinton, they're saying he's the Prince of Peace. Then there is another clip where, well, in my headphones, tell me what clips you got, because I got to get to these now. Bill Clinton that's saying he's Jesus. Well, what else you got? Oh, yeah, Obama gets ahead of prompter. That was something I was saying a week ago, never got to. And I mean, yeah, this guy can't even talk without a prompter. And then what's the other one? The other clip. Yeah, Osama's a CIA operator and being used to destabilize Pakistan, which is actually true. I mean, here's the Pakistani president going, why are you saying I'm with the Muslim extremists? They work for you, pal. Which is on record. They do. I mean, let me tell you, the magic widget that fixes all the New World Order's problems, it's called Al-Qaeda. You know, like those ads on TV, this new widget fixes any lock. It fits any screw. It even saws. And for only $19.95 more, you get this one too. An incredible deal, absolutely amazing. You gotta have it, folks. It's the new amazing Al-Qaeda Osama bin Laden. It's got a big beard, a big turban, guaranteed to scare your population into submission. And then meanwhile, you can use him to attack other countries. And when the country defends itself, you go in and attack them. How's that sound? The wonderful, magical. It works in Serbia. It works in Iraq. It works in Iran. It works in Afghanistan. It works in Pakistan. It works in Africa. It works in the United States. It works in England. It takes the rights away of everybody in the world. The amazing Al-Qaeda tool. It looks simple. It looks like a normal Sharpie pen. But this super-duper, absolutely amazing creature can do anything you want because it's theater. It can draw a big guy with a turban and evil, scary eyes with an AK-47, and it will scare everybody into submission. It's the new great Osama bin Laden doll. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's very good, Osama bin Laden. See the turban? See the eyes, the nose, the Kalashnikov? I did draw that in about 3 seconds, so it's not that good. But it's real. Give up your rights or it'll get you. It's like attacking. Oh, you won't hand over your family property and your firearms. Oh, he'll get you. He'll get you if you don't. Oh, he's real. He's deadly. In fact, let's just go with a straight-up monster. If you don't take your vaccines, if you don't do that, then the flu bug will get you. Ah, flu bug! The flu bug will get you if you don't give up all of your rights. Do it right now. And then, of course, there's literally hundreds of new children's video games. Hundreds of new children's video games where there's the carbon blobs. And they look like this. In fact, Google video game carbon blob. I want to show folks. Oh, they're going to kill you. You've got your little environmental laser beam, and you go out and destroy the carbon blobs. And in the games, there's even parents that don't believe in it. They're part of the enemy too. If you don't give the bankers all your tax money, oh, it'll get you. World government, oh, the carbon blob, the carbon blob. You guys liking this, huh? Again, you have the bird flu blob, the swine flu blob, the carbon blob. And if that doesn't scare you, Al-Qaeda! Ah, deadly! These originals will be on eBay later in the show.